As a prostate doctor, I need to give seniors a warning I wish every man over 60 could hear. There is a habit, a simple, everyday behavior, that silently enlarges your prostate. Most men don't realize they're doing it until it's too late. Now, here's the truth. Enlarged prostate, also called BPH, doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in quietly. First, you notice you're waking up to use the bathroom once or twice at night. Then it becomes 3, 4, sometimes 5 times. Some men start planning road trips around where the next restroom is. And yet, most of them still don't know the daily habits that are making things worse. Today, I'm going to reveal the top 3 habits that enlarge your prostate, and I can almost guarantee you're guilty of at least one of them. But listen closely. It's not enough to just know the habits. You need to know how to stop them, and what to do instead, before your prostate health gets out of control. And stay with me until the end, because the number 1 habit is the one almost every senior does daily, and it's the most dangerous of all. But let's start with number 3. Habit number 3 that enlarges your prostate is something almost every senior does without even realizing it. Sitting too long. Think about your day. Maybe you wake up, have breakfast, read the paper, then watch the news. Later, you sit to check emails or scroll through your phone. Afternoons might be TV time or even a nap in your favorite chair. Before you know it, you've spent the majority of your day sitting. Now, here's why this matters for your prostate. When you sit for long periods, blood flow to your pelvic area slows down. The prostate, which is already sensitive in older men, becomes congested. Think of it like a sponge sitting in still water. Over time, it swells. That swelling is what worsens urinary urgency, weak stream, and those dreaded nighttime trips. I once had a 69-year-old patient who swore he was healthy for his age. He didn't drink much, ate reasonably well, but he sat for hours every day watching TV. Over time, his prostate grew larger and larger. His main complaint? He couldn't make it through the night without getting up 5 times. His wife was more exhausted than he was. And all because of a habit he thought was harmless. The fix. You don't need to become a marathon runner. You just need movement breaks. Every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch, and take a short walk around the house. Even 5 minutes makes a difference. Gentle exercises like walking, swimming, or light yoga can boost blood flow and keep your pelvic area healthy. If you're someone who enjoys TV, here's a simple tip. Stand up and move during every commercial break. If you read often, set a timer to remind yourself to stretch. These small adjustments protect your prostate from that traffic jam of blood that sitting creates. So remember this. Sitting might feel harmless, but for your prostate, it's like slowly turning up the pressure until one day it bursts into problems you can't ignore. And if you think sitting is bad, wait until you hear habit number 2. This one isn't in your living room, it's in your kitchen. And most seniors eat it daily, not knowing it's feeding their prostate problems. Habit number 2 that silently enlarges your prostate happens in the kitchen, often late at night. Eating heavy dinners, especially those loaded with red meat and dairy. Let me explain why this matters. Your prostate is extremely sensitive to hormones and inflammation. Red meats, like beef, pork, and processed sausages, are high in saturated fats, which drive up inflammation in the body. Dairy, especially cheese and whole milk, increases certain growth factors that make the prostate more likely to swell. Now add the timing factor. Many seniors enjoy a big dinner late at night, sometimes followed by dessert or a glass of milk before bed. The problem: when you eat heavy foods right before sleep, your body is busy digesting instead of repairing. This raises insulin and hormone activity overnight, which quietly fuels prostate growth. I had a patient, 74 years old, who always ate late. His favorite meal was steak and potatoes around 9 p.m., followed by ice cream before heading to bed. He thought he was just rewarding himself. But over the years, his prostate enlarged significantly. His nightly bathroom trips went from 2 to 5. He felt tired, drained, and embarrassed to even visit friends because he was always searching for the restroom. Here's the fix. It doesn't mean you can never eat meat or dairy. Moderation and timing are everything. If you enjoy red meat, keep it to once or twice a week, and balance it with vegetables like broccoli or spinach, both of which contain compounds that protect prostate health. If you love dairy, try lighter options like almond or oat milk instead of whole milk, and cut back on cheese. Most importantly, avoid eating heavy meals right before bed. Aim to finish dinner at least 3 hours before you sleep. This allows your body to calm down hormonally and focus on repair instead of digestion. For a nighttime snack, go for something prostate-friendly, like a handful of walnuts or a slice of watermelon. You'd be surprised how many seniors notice a difference just by shifting their dinner earlier and choosing lighter, anti-inflammatory foods. They wake up fewer times at night, feel more energetic during the day, and most importantly, reduce the silent pressure building inside their prostate. So remember, it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. That midnight glass of milk or late-night steak might feel comforting, but your prostate pays the price. And if you thought that was surprising, wait until you hear habit number 1. This is the most common prostate-damaging habit of all, and almost every senior is guilty of it without realizing. It's the habit that keeps urologists like me busy year after year. Finally, the number 1 daily habit that enlarges your prostate is found in your cup or glass. Drinking too much coffee, alcohol, or sugary beverages. Now, don't get me wrong. I know many seniors love their morning coffee, an occasional beer, or a sweet iced tea on a hot day. But here's what most men don't realize. These drinks act as bladder and prostate irritants. They force your body to produce more urine, they overstimulate the bladder, and they increase inflammation in the prostate gland. Over time, this constant irritation leads to swelling and enlargement. Coffee is a double-edged sword. Yes, it wakes you up, but caffeine is a strong diuretic. It makes your bladder fill quickly and forces you to go more often. Alcohol works the same way, and even worse, it dehydrates your body, which makes the urine more concentrated and irritating to the urinary tract. Sugary drinks like sodas, fruit juices with added sugar, and energy drinks are another hidden danger. They spike insulin and inflammation, creating the perfect storm for prostate growth. One of my patients, a 71-year-old man, came to me exhausted. He told me he was waking up almost every hour at night. When I looked at his lifestyle, the culprit was clear. 3 cups of coffee before noon, sweet tea with lunch, and 2 glasses of wine at night. He thought these habits were harmless, even healthy in moderation. But his prostate told a different story. Once he cut back and replaced these drinks with water and herbal teas, his nighttime bathroom trips dropped dramatically. The fix here is simple, but it takes discipline. Limit coffee to 1 cup a day, and never late in the afternoon. If you drink alcohol, keep it occasional and moderate. 1 glass, not 3. Replace sugary sodas and juices with water or unsweetened herbal teas. Green tea, for example, has antioxidants that actually protect the prostate. Even saw palmetto tea can help reduce symptoms of BPH. Another key tip: drink most of your fluids earlier in the day, not before bed. That way your bladder and prostate aren't overwhelmed at night. Many seniors are shocked at how much better they feel when they cut back on these drinks. Fewer bathroom trips, stronger urine flow, better sleep, and most importantly, less pressure on the prostate. So remember this: what you sip matters just as much as what you eat. Those innocent daily drinks might be silently making your prostate bigger every single day. Now that you know the top 3 habits, sitting too long, eating heavy late-night meals, and overdoing coffee, alcohol, and sugary drinks, you can start protecting your prostate today. But before we wrap up, let me warn you about one big mistake most seniors make when they first try to fix their prostate health. Now that you know the 3 habits that silently enlarge your prostate, I need to warn you about the biggest mistake I see seniors make when they try to fix the problem. Most men assume that if they just drink less water or avoid fluids altogether, they'll stop running to the bathroom at night. On the surface, it makes sense. Less fluid, less urination, right? But here's the truth: this habit actually makes things worse. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes darker and more concentrated. That concentrated urine irritates the bladder lining and the prostate, causing even more urgency, more burning, and more trips to the bathroom. Over time, it even increases the risk of bladder infections and kidney problems. The fix is surprisingly simple. Drink smarter, not less. Stay hydrated throughout the day with clean water and herbal teas, but taper down in the evening. Aim for most of your hydration before dinner, and just small sips afterward. This keeps your urine diluted, your bladder calmer, and your prostate less irritated. Don't punish your body by holding back water. Support it with smart hydration. Your prostate will thank you. So there you have it, the 3 everyday habits that silently enlarge your prostate, plus the 1 mistake you must avoid. Now it's your turn to take action. If you're a senior man dealing with prostate problems, or you want to prevent them before they start, I encourage you to make these changes today. Even small steps, like moving more, eating lighter dinners, and swapping out that extra cup of coffee, can make a powerful difference. And if you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you know who might be struggling with prostate health. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Before you go, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss the next video where I'll reveal more doctor-approved tips for protecting your prostate and living healthier as you age. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Which of these habits do you struggle with the most? Let's start the conversation and help each other live better, healthier lives. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.